Hi guys, welcome to Wrench to Drive. Yes, still with the computer voice. After my epic drag/fail in the last video, I decided it was long overdue that I get the Rally/out for a run on 3S. It's running a cheap Chinese 4S, 120 amp ESC and 5200 kV motor that I've used in a bunch of different cars, always on 2S. The motor is rated at 900 watts and 50,000 RPM maximum, so 3S is a little too much voltage. 11.1 times 52 equals 57,000 RPM, right? Obviously, under load it might not, or maybe should not, get that high, but if you try this at home you are playing with fire. Also, 5200 kV is too high for Chinese 3S speed controls, so keep that in mind, typically for hobby wing speed controls too. Do I even have to mention that you should watch your temps? I was running fans and the motor was good for 5 to 6 minutes before it needed a break and the ESC didn't even get warm. The tires are Endura short course truck tires that are 42 by 108 mm. By the by, I really like these tires and they are holding up well to speed on pavement so far. Best guess, you can get at least a couple of hours of running out of them the way I drive, but 4S is probably asking too much, although I think more so for wheel speed that will spin. Alright, as you can see, this thing is flying. The GPS tells me 97 km per hour, which is bang on 60 miles per hour, and, while it is not the best GPS around, it has always read low when I've tested it, so I believe the number. Also, the thing was flying. Visually, I would have guessed it made my personal fastest passes so far, and that held true. Also worth mentioning is how stable the car runs. I went right over the manhole in the dip way down on the far end at near top speed and the car didn't even move. Other cars have gone totally squirrely in that same scenario at much lower speeds, and this was with zero stability aids. The Rally does not come with TSM. The Rally Slash is basically a Slash VXL chassis with the Rally body, but you'll have to put in the standard slipper to run brushless because the high stall unit that comes with the Rally car can't really handle the power. I paid $30 Canadian on Jenny's RC on eBay, so it's not a huge expense. For me, the cheap price of the slipper and spur gears is a nice upside to the Traxxas cars. I'm also running a set of cheap sway bars off AliExpress and they do settle the car down a bit. I went with medium stiffness and I'm thinking I should switch to max stiffness. Take that for what you will. If you are trying to decide whether to get a drag slash on sale, notice how much less twitchy the 4-wheel drive slash is. Obviously, that should be expected, but I do love the insanity of too much power in a 2-wheel drive car. There's no doubt that is because I was raised wrong, aka 35 years ago rear-wheel drive was a man's car. New fans of the hobby will probably have an easier time learning to drive with 4-wheel drive, or at least turn on Niles and Nancy mode to preserve your sweet shiny new body shell. Last but not least, do you dig the squealing of those tires as much as I do? These squeal more than any others that I have run. They also lay down rubber when you get too frisky, which is always fun. Pick your poison, friends. The slash-based cars are a lot of fun. See you next time on Wrench to Drive, where we ask the eternal question, do you drive to wrench or do you wrench to drive?